Hello folks, and welcome to another Walking with Jay. Today we're in Stewart Park, which again is in Middlesbrough. It's an absolutely gorgeous day today. The sun's out and it's quite warm, quite pleasant. However, there is a bit of a breeze blowing, so it may affect my filming. May be able to pick it up on the film footage. But yeah, I'm in Stewart Park, which is in Middlesbrough. Once again, I do apologise for the sound of the emergency vehicles there, because we're not very far from James Cook Hospital. So yes, it's really nice here. Very nice. I'll just let you take this in. This place, by the way, is absolutely huge, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that when we get further in. So we're just continuing walking. Look at that, that's absolutely beautiful, that view there. So yeah, sorry about that, my thumb was in the way there, that's better. Why I was holding the phone with two hands for, I do not know. So as you can see there, it looks like it's all overgrown. It's marshland, I think. So it's taken me roughly an hour to walk here from where I live. I live in the town centre, and this park is located in a part of the town on the outskirts called Marton. Again, Marton's quite an affluent area. I'm just going to turn around here. Right folks, I'm going to cut for now because as I say, we've got people walking towards me here, and I think they're trying to hog the camera, so I'm going to cut for now. Hey everybody, I'm back again. I'm just taking a nice slow walk. Now, interesting thing about Stewart Park, this is not just a park, it just wasn't just a park. Before it was a park, sorry, it was the grounds, parkland of Henry Bolckow. Now I'm going to mention a bit more about Bolckow when I get further in, but Bolckow was a very important person in this area. I'm walking off the beaten track at the moment, mate, because I'm trying to sort of keep away from the people, because obviously there's people all over the place, all around here. They've got children as well, and people can be funny when you're filming. So I'm walking off the beaten track a little bit, but I will come back onto the path eventually. I just want to take a look at these here, these beautiful Scots pine trees. Straight there in front of us. Yeah. Of course, the birds are singing again. Absolutely beautiful weather today. Unbelievable weather. Yesterday, I was in Newcastle. It was dull, it was grey, and it was overcast. But today, we've got this again. I think the sun's just shining in Middlesbrough all the time at the moment. But yeah, these Scots pines are absolutely magnificent. Wonderful. So on the other video I did a lot of talking. I think this one I'm not going to do so much talking. I'm just going to let you take in the absolute beauty of this place. There's a rook chasing a dog, believe it or not. Down there somewhere there's a rook. I've seen a rook chasing a dog. It's quite funny. Now I've got my camera out. I've got my phone out here filming. There's a woman with a child, and she's just got her phone out and started filming her child. So it's quite catching this. But yeah, absolutely magnificent, isn't it? It's absolutely stunning. Right, well, I'm going to cut for now, folks, and I'll be back shortly. So we're continuing now with our walk through Stewart Park. Just hear the birds singing. So relaxing, very relaxing. You know, I love walking, I love exploring different places. And this is just on the doorstep, really, to me. It's not that far from where I live. Yeah, it's taken me an hour to walk here, but it doesn't bother me because it's good exercise. Apologise there for the people behind me. They've got children, and she's obviously scolding her children there. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful here. Now, back in the late 80s, early 90s, this had a bit of a connection to pipe bands, believe it or not. Again, I apologise for the dog in the background. I think it's going to be like this all the time anyway. But it had a connection to pipe bands because the Royal Scottish Pipe Band Association North East branch held their branch competition here, their band competition, and I competed here. And at the time I was in Cleveland Pipe Band, which was based in Darlington, and the pipe major of that band was William Brown. Okay, now we're coming up now to Captain Cook Birthplace Museum. Captain Cook, very famous explorer indeed, was born here, and we're going to go over to the memorial that was erected by Henry Bolckow. Again, I mention him, very important person, and I will be coming on to mention and talk about him in great detail very, very soon. But at the moment, we're just walking down to what is, sorry about the camera work, folks, it's wobbling all over the place. Ground is very, very uneven here, but we're coming up to this monument now. I don't know whether you can see it or not. That's where we're headed, over there to that monument. Just going to keep on walking. I'm going to go down some steps now. It's going to be a little bit jiggly. Just going to try not to make it too bouncy. Do you know, I really can't wait to get this gimbal. But yeah, so this is the site of where Captain Cook was born, in a little cottage. Captain Cook, of course, discovered Australia and New Zealand on board a vessel that he was captain of called the Endeavour. And there's a replica of the Endeavour in Whitby, and you can actually go on board that and go for tours around the harbour. So this is the memorial here that I'm coming up to now. I'm going to have a read of this. And there's an inscription all the way around here on the floor. Can't really read that, unfortunately. Captain James Cook, 1728 to 1779. So that's obviously his That's how how long he lived for. It says here, I had ambition. I had ambition. You can't really make this out. It's all overgrown. What a shame. I had ambition to go farther than many. No, I can't make that out. What a shame. But yeah, this is the memorial to him. Sorry, monument. Whatever you want to call it. Beautiful. And it says on the front, this granite vase was erected by H.W.F. Bolckow of Marton Hall, AD 1858, to mark the site of the cottage in which Captain James Cook, the world circumnavigator, was born, October the 27th, 1728. So this is the site, this is where his cottage would have been. Okay, now you see that what looks like an arcade up there. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that in a couple of seconds. So for now, I'm going to cut. Okay, this arcade looking thing is called a loggia. And it is the only remaining part of Marton Hall. And at the back of here, you've got the cafe and the museum. So Marton Hall was built around about 1858. But unfortunately, it fell into disrepair. And back in 1960s, a councillor, planning officer, decided that Marton Hall was of no historic significance. Can you believe that? No historic significance. So they started to demolish Marton Hall, but unfortunately it caught on fire. There was a fire, so the rest of the building was completely destroyed. And this log here is all you can see. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to walk through this. Sorry about that, I had to answer the phone. Somebody rang me there, important phone call. It's quite noisy around here, isn't it? Dogs barking and they sort of break the silence. But this is really, really grand. And wait until you see the tiled floor. I noticed something there. They've got anchors on there. Symbolism of James Cook again and the sea. This would have been absolutely stunning. This is the floor. It's almost ecclesiastical, that, isn't it? Can you imagine living here? Must have been really, really nice. Again, grand steps leading up to it. I walked up them a couple of seconds ago, actually. I'm going to walk back through here now, this loggia, and take you round to the front of the museum. going to show you something really, really interesting here. Now, the other day, as you know, the last vlog that I did, I was in Linthorpe Cemetery, and I come across the grave of a Native American. Well, guess what we have here, folks? Sorry about that. Totem pole. Let me try and zoom into that. Yeah, so that's a totem pole. And another one there as well. Look at that. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And a lot of people don't even bother to come here. And it's just on the doorstep. Yeah, that's really, really good. And here we have the entrance to the museum, but we're not going to go in there today. The museum was opened in October of 1978, and it is open from April until November. As you can see there, we have an anchor. That's a nice name for a dog, Nuna. Lovely name for a dog. Look at this anchor. Ship's anchor. Not off the Endeavour, I don't think, but a good representation of what them ship's anchors would have looked like. I can't really express the size of that thing, but it's huge. There's actually two anchors there. I've just noticed there's another one on the other side here. Yeah, there's another one there, and that's got right, so that's got the wooden part on the top of it. If you look there, there's a wooden part, and then you've got another anchor coming down sort of here. Very interesting. This from the back looks like one of the statues from Easter Island. This here actually looks like one of the statues from Easter Island. It is, yes it is. It's a mock-up of one of the statues from Easter Island. Can't really see it because of the sunlight. I'll try and get in a little bit closer. And the thing that I like about this, and I like about Middlesbrough Council, is in these places they always have these notice boards. Continue walking, and I've just discovered this on the side of the museum. Sculpture. It's quite funky looking, that, actually. Made up of... it's a pirate. It's a pirate on a bicycle. Yeah, it's a pirate on a bicycle. You can see his tricorn hat up there.